Police are calling him one of the most wanted suspects in connection with the G20 riots. American Joel Salim Bitar appeared in a Toronto court today. The 27-year-old New York man is now facing 24 charges. Here's Aarti with details from court.
The G20 riots in June 2010 left a trail of destruction in downtown Toronto. Today, one of the 5 Americans charged in that rampage appeared in court.
Hundreds and hundreds of photographs of him in and out of his disguise, committing various acts of mischief and damage in the city.
Police say they believe 27-year-old Joel Salim Bitar from New York was one of the most prolific G20 rioters. He's now facing 24 charges, including the assault of a peace officer. Police claim he caused $400,000 in damage to property around Toronto. It's alleged he used a hammer to smash the windows of a cruiser car while an officer was inside. At King and Bay, police say Bitar, covered from head to toe, only exposing his eyes, allegedly used a pickaxe to strike windows,
causing a fist-sized hole in each of maybe a dozen or more windows. He did it in under a minute, and then he disappeared into the crowd.
Investigators say Bitar was followed after that by a witness in the crowd who waited until the disguise came off. He was then photographed.
Please, in respect to the family, please.
Today, Bitar had support at court and online. A support Joel page has been set up. He was released on a $100,000 bail, of which half had to be paid in cash. Bitar was released under a number of conditions. For example, he's not allowed to communicate with a group of 8 people who were also involved in the G20 riots. He's also not allowed to participate in any demonstrations or protests in Canada. Crown Attorney Elizabeth Nadeau says Bitar will be heading back to New York now. She says he doesn't have a previous record, and he's one of 5 Americans accused of participating in the riots.
Now, 2 of the charges against Bitar were dropped today, and that's because they don't exist under American law. So that's 1 count of wearing a disguise with intent and common nuisance. There is 1 more American, Dane Rossman, who should be facing charges in relation to the G20 riots, and the extradition process to get him in a Toronto court is currently underway. Reporting live from Queen Street West and Spadina, I'm Aarti.
Thank you, Aarti.